Hi everybody, welcome back to another day of notes. Today we're going to go ahead and start on Unit 3, Day 2 notes. So today we're going to do domain and range. And this domain and range we're going to kind of limit to mapping, tables, set of order pairs, stuff like that. Where we're going to do a second day of domain and range, which is more about those weird pictures on graphs and stuff. So let's go ahead and jump into vocab. So domain is the set of all x values in the function, and the range is the set of all y values in the function. Okay, so when you guys write these out, it's a set, so you have to use set. You can use set builder notation for it, and if you're not going to use set builder notation, they have to be in braces. So you're going to be using braces for domain and range no matter what. Now, just as a reminder, set builder notation looks like this. Remember, it's just the variable, the line, what the x is equal or what the y is equal, and then your braces around it. Now, if you're not doing set builder notation, you need to follow these rules. Notation for domain and range must be in braces. The numbers need to be in order from least to greatest, and there should be no repeating numbers, no repeats. Okay? So this is going to be on your quiz. And if your domain range does not look like this, you're going to lose a point. It's not fun. Please don't do it. Just make sure you have those three. Alright, so all the different kinds of representatives we can have of functions, mapping, order pairs, tables, graphs, all that stuff, we can look for domain range in specific areas for that. So with mapping, domain, your x values are in the start bubble, so where your arrows start. And the range is where the arrows end in the ending bubble. Okay, those are your y values. Ordered pairs, the domain are the x coordinates of the ordered pairs, so the first number. And the range is the y coordinates of that ordered pair, which is the second number. In your tables, so sometimes your tables will just say x and y, where they're pretty obviously which one's domain and range. But sometimes they use like the real world situation. I gotta sneeze, I'm so sorry, goodbye. Achoo! 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 I'm sorry, allergies are hard. So sometimes they'll use a real world situation or give you like a word problem with the table, in which case you're going to look for the independent variable, which is your x, your domain, and the dependent variable is your y, the range. So that goes back to what you guys learned in science. Graphs. You're just going to look for the x value of the point for your domain, and the y value of the point is your range. Right? So some examples. Number one, we have to find the domain and range of the set of ordered pairs. So when we're looking for domain, we are literally just looking at the first number of each of these ordered pairs. So we have a 9, a 4, a 7, and a -5. We're going to reorder them so they're actually in order from least to greatest, and put some braces around them. So it goes -5, then 4, then 7, then 9. Put commas in between and braces around it. Range is just the second number, so the -1, the 5, the 6, and the 5. Put it in order. Go -1. Sorry, I'm filming at the end of the day and I tried to do an announcement. And now you're probably going to hear people running through the halls because it's also, the bell just rang, letting you all out. But back to what I was saying. So range, we're looking at -1, the 5, 6, and 5. We put it in order. So -1 comes first, and then the 5, even though it repeats, we're only going to write it once. Okay? And then the 6. The reason we're only writing it once because these kind of questions, domain and range, they're asking what values got used, not how many times they got used. Okay? So let's do number 2, the table. So this is an example of what I mean. They're not going to give you x and y's. You kind of have to figure out which one depends on the other. So time is going to happen no matter what happens in your life. Time keeps moving at the same rate. Alright? So that is your independent variable, your x. Where distance kind of depends how much time you're given to figure out your distance. So that's your y. So for domain, I'm doing all of these x's. And I'm actually going to write this one in step orientation just to show you what it looks like. I'm still putting them in order from least to greatest, no repeats, all that fun stuff. However, I'm just going to use like x is my variable for domain, the line x equals, and then write all the numbers that it can equal. Okay? Range, I'm doing all these, the 4, 5, 6, and 7, in order from least to greatest. Again, set builder. For range, I use a y, and then put y equals all those numbers. Okay? Next page. For bubbles, it's really nice because all the x's are already there. All the y's are right there. You don't really need to worry about where the arrows are going. So for domain, I'm going to do this in normal notation. I'm just going to put these in order from least to greatest and make sure I don't have any, well, I don't have any repeats in bubbles anyway, so it's fine. And make sure I put braces. So I'm going to do the -7 first because that's actually the smallest. Then -1, then 3, 4, and 6. So my domain looks like this. In the range, there's only 2 numbers, even though they repeat because I got multiple arrows pointing to them. I'm only going to write -2 and 4 for my range. And that's all I got to do. So number 4 with domain, this is our graph of just a bunch of dots. So I'm just going to look at the x values, which is along this axis right here, of these ordered pairs. You could also write it so it's a set of ordered pairs if that's easier for you. That's totally fine. But I can just go along. So this one has a -3, this one has a 1, this one has a 0, a 1, a 2, and a 2.5. So it's already in order from least to greatest, so I can just write it. And again, I did this one in set builder. So again, with the x's, x equals -3, 1, 0, or -3, -1, 0, 1, 2, and 2.5. Okay? And then y's, I look along this axis. And again, I can just go, okay, this one has -2, a -1, a 0.5, 2 3s, but I only have to write it once, and then a 5. So with the y such that y equals -2, -1, 0.5, 3, and 2. Or sorry, that's a 5. Okay? So you guys have 4, try on your own as well. I would suggest doing a couple of these in set builder notation and a couple in regular notation, just so you can practice it both ways. Okay? They're the same kind of problems that we just did, so it's not anything really different. But go ahead and give that a try, and then we will go over any questions and the answers to these try on your own next class. Otherwise, I will see you guys later. Have a great day. And that's all I got. Bye!